I've been proposed to 5 times, and I've said no 5 times.
By different 5 mans.
Yes. Now, if the same man was proposing 5 times, he need to get a clue.
Different
But no,
5 mans?
Different 5 mans.
Why would I say that?
It had you gagged.
That's everything, bitch.
By different...
You know what I'm saying?
But is it? Because they were all crazy proposals. So the first one, he said, I want to marry you. He had a ring. I want to marry you. You are the love of my life. There's only one catch. I want to live in separate houses because I can't really be around you for more than 3 days at a time.
He didn't need that last part.
Y'all want to know what I always thought was very interesting? I have had 7 proposals in 2 marriages in my life, right? But what I never understood is how is it that these men would literally ask me to marry them and like they have no intentions on like doing right by me. I don't understand that. It's like I feel like sometimes motherfuckers want me to be one of those women that let them cheat in peace and like don't make it a thing. My baby, I'm gonna make it a thing. I'm gonna make it so much of a thing that the next time you think about cheating, I come in the back of your mind like PTSD, like, hold on. I don't know. I just thought, I had somebody in one of my comments, they was like, oh, you should have married the father of your kids and blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking like, I had already been married. I had already been proposed to. None of that is like, who cares? None of that is,
It's like, you're supposed to sleep with the same sausage forever. Like, I start getting a whole nother respect. Like, it's one thing to be like, I want to be married. But after the ceremony or whatever, what happens? So thank God my husband is he's really my best friend.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what's it like? Because everybody has this marriage is the ceremony.
Yeah.
Okay, once the ceremony is over, all the friends are like, oh, we're so happy for you, congratulations. And you dance and you eat the cake.
I didn't get any of that.
And you go on the honeymoon when you bring your ass back home.
Okay.
And y'all just...
But we've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, we have been close since high school. You get that?
Yes.
Like, you be around this person since high school, this and that. So marriage for me, like, you know, how I got married, people are on a whole debate right now about it. It's the whole thing I'm dealing in. But me and that man, like, I didn't get a honeymoon phase. He should have been married me.
You could hold on, whoa. You left
There
him.
ain't no honeymoon phase.
You didn't give him the time of day. He wanted to.
Yeah, when we started dating, since then, when I'm saying we've known each other, it's not that 11, 13 years has nothing to do with the high school. This was after.
Oh.
This has nothing to do with
So y'all dated for 13 years before you got married?
Yes. He wouldn't marry me.
Why?
Because when I got into it, I said I never want to be married.
Well, damn, he took your word
But then when he didn't do it, he tried to say, let's go to Vegas and get married. I was like, God, no. And then once he never tried to come back around and people was like, why y'all not married? I'm looking at him like,
you said you didn't want to.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you?
No, see, there you go.
But why wouldn't you try?
He tried, and you said no.
But why wouldn't you just try?
No, see, there you go. See, that's what women do. See how y'all do that? Women, you see what I'm talking about? The man said, I want to marry you.
No, but why not try? If you love somebody, and when I said to him, why weren't you trying? He said, because you don't want to be married, girl.
Thank you.
This is your control. This is something that, this is his power.
So if a man proposes to a woman and she says no, does that mean the relationship is automatically over? Is it done? Like, because I got a couple questions. First question, how long have y'all been together? Okay. Y'all been dating for a couple months, a year, 2 or 3 years? How long y'all been in this thing? And then 2, where did you propose to her at? Okay. Did you do this in public or private? Because that makes a big difference on if the relationship is over. If you did it in private, far away, where you doing this in front of strangers and stuff at some nice fancy restaurant, y'all might could talk about some things afterwards. But if you did it, you got your family involved, her family involved, y'all threw this whole little, get together for this proposal, and she say no to you in front of everybody, I think we can just go ahead and pack this thing up. That's just me personally. I think we just because then you done basically embarrassed me in front of everybody. I just have.
All right, man, let's talk about the most proposed to, which is, black women, or I was proposed to this many times, or he proposed to me this many times, or I said no, and that's not a flex. I don't know why women in general think that's a flex. Being a wife is a flex. You know, getting a man to marry you is a flex. You know, a 10 plus year marriage, outside of death or something, being married 20 years, 30 years, working it out, not cowering away and ready to run away when it get hard. That's what marriage is about. When a marriage get to marriage, and a lot of people want to, break down and they don't want to work it out. But, when you a team, y'all can sit and communicate and be headstrong. Y'all can work through a lot of things. And as you add people to your marriage, whether it's coworkers, children, family members, and that's why the rapport that y'all have and how solid y'all is and how y'all able to communicate, that's probably one of the more important keys in marriage, because people gonna come between y'all union. You know what I'm saying? Like children, they'll play y'all against each other, family, jealous bitches, co-workers, temptation, they'll play all against each other. And that's why y'all gotta have strong communication and united front. Baby say, I want a cookie. You ask your mama, yeah, she said I can have one, give me one. Oh, I told her. Now that's the whole argument and all that. So that's why y'all gotta be united. But in general, talking about how many times you was proposed to is not a flex. That just let everybody know that the guys that you was dealing with didn't qualify. You didn't really like them for one reason or another. They wasn't attractive. How many times we heard women talk about, oh, I just had a guy, I don't really want nothing serious, I just like the sex. He not that type. And not necessarily mean he a gangster or he a hobo sex. Sometimes just the guy ain't tall enough, he medium ugly, I'm scared what my friends gonna think. And you hear stuff like that, and I don't want to go, but that's the guy that you should be with. That's the guy that you want to be, you like. A lot of women, oh, he don't make enough money, or they ain't attracted to him like that, or he nice, but he really ain't my type. And that's what it is. But a lot of these bitches types be another woman's man. There'll be a side chick. You had that one African woman that was talking about she just like to go after men that's married. That just let you know, I've been proposed to, you've been proposed. So you sleeping with guys, or you dealing with guys you do not like. Because best believe me, if a girl like a guy, and in 90 days, he asks her to marry, she gonna say yes, and she really fuck with that guy. Think about it, a lot of these women don't even care. If you got money, they don't care where the money come from. Real talk. Most of these women be dying for these guys. The guys they really like and to marry them, they ain't turning down no proposal. They ain't turning down no marriage. They not. They not. We're going around, I was proposed to this many times, and that's already a red flag. It's already a red flag. Then why you didn't get married, especially when you got children? Why you didn't marry the guy? Other than him going to the upper room, come on, what happened? He went to jail. He didn't have enough money. He didn't look good enough. And guys and women to be dealing with guys that they seen beneath them, but they have a slew of guys that they see beneath them. That's your level. I say it all the time. Some women got to pay for dick. Some women got to pay for a husband. Look at yourself and be honest about the situation. And sometimes you can look average and below average, but have high character and have a good personality. Notice I didn't say money. And you can be a real team player. I remember Angie Stone spoke on that before she passed away. Rest in power to her. She said I wasn't the most, I wasn't the best looking. So I knew in other departments I had to make up for that. How about be a strong character? You know what I'm saying? But most women think they deserve something that they ain't put the work in. And that'd be my number one issue with women, where they just use that word deserve based on what? Life ain't fair. I think I deserve this, and I deserve based on what? What do you deserve that based on? I deserve a soft life based on what? Look how your attitude, look how you talk. Look how you take criticism. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Can't nobody give you no advice. So being proposed to is not a flex. I don't understand why a lot of women, black women in particular, think that's the statistics. You know, where the ring at? And a lot of these women walking around with multiple children, walking around with uncurable STDs and talking about, oh, you got to marry me by this time, walking around overweight, walking around in debt, walking around with nasty attitudes. Talk about a man got to marry me by this time, or a man, and they just be saying shit. Don't stand, their word don't mean nothing. He cheated on me, I'ma leave. He up 20 cheats, you ain't left yet. You done fought 20 bitches, you done did 20 verse 1, 1 verse 20. You know, shocker here. A woman that a man is scared to lose and he ain't gonna cheat on her. That's really, he ain't gonna cheat. He is not gonna cheat. That he respect, that he trusts, that he love, you know, hell no. Some of y'all women be insufferable, you know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes cheat so you can't leave. I've said that before. They cheat so you can leave. He been trying to leave, you won't leave, you know? So he get caught cheating, he leave his phone a lot. That's a fact. But being proposed to isn't a flex. It really isn't. Being married, being a wife isn't the ultimate flex. Being a wife in a marriage. You know, I was listening to Michelle Obama and Barack talk about first 10 years was ugly in their marriage. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's story is different. Some people's first 10 is lovely. Especially as people get married older and older. But it ain't supposed to look peaches and cream. It ain't gonna be rosy. There's gonna be financial challenges. There's gonna be body changes, camaraderie changes. You know, if it's just you and a woman, yeah, of course, maybe a kid or two, yeah. But then when you start throwing in my sister, my brother, my mama, my auntie, my coworker, what's going on in the real world? Think about it, if all these women was truly getting proposed to with the intent to marry and not just to propose to shut them up, look at their marriage percentages in the black community. These women should be eating. They should be eating. Knowing that a lot of y'all ain't gonna get married. And you look around, the majority of the wives around ain't the baddest looking bitches. Every day at the gym, I see couples work out, or I see certain women with their rings on and they married and all that. I'm not saying that they're ugly, but they ain't the baddest bitches. But you can tell, you know, I was at Walmart. I was out in Walmart in West Bloomfield and shit. And I seen this lady, man, she was older, probably 40s, 50s. Probably. She looked good if she was in her 50s. And I just knew she was a wife. I just knew it. The way she carried herself, I knew she was a wife. Looked at her finger, she had a ring on her finger. You just know. You know, and I know a lot of people feel like you missing out on fun when you, look, man, have your fun when you young. You know, white people had a 4-year window. Not even that in college. They had a little window and then it's a wrap. Some people don't have a window. Over in the Middle East, a lot of the Indian communities, they don't even let their kids see that shit. Amish people, they allow their kids to go out, you know, for 1 year, explore the world. Either you stay in the real world or you stay in the Amish community. I forget the percentages, but a lot of the times, a lot of their people stay within the Amish community. We got a large Amish community in Metro Detroit and Oak Park. They stay. And probably for financial, you know, for finances, yeah. Yeah, they probably stay for that. But I'm just telling women, man, and some men out there too, you gotta fight sometimes. It ain't always flight. Every time you come up with an issue, we just gotta figure it out. That's why it's very important to get with people that you can communicate with. You can not talk over, y'all can understand where each other come from. Y'all can think about it logically. Even if emotions is high, come back and talk about it. Y'all can figure it out. You know, y'all get it figuring out and y'all get an understanding and y'all understand, hey, we ain't spending this, we ain't doing this. Hey, babe, no, you said we was gonna do this. Y'all hold each other accountable. My mom always said, you had children, you don't argue in front of the children. If y'all argue, go to the garage, go around the corner, get in the car where they don't see you, wait till they go to sleep and go to outside and y'all handle that dispute. Because the first attack of your union, I believe, in a marriage, is your children. I remember Blueface telling DDG before he went through what he went through with Haley Bailey, whatever her name is. Sometimes the kids be the one that break you up. So guess what? If you're not unified on the front of your children, come on, they can easily break you up. So you got to be unified. Y'all got to be unified. It can't be she making decisions, you making your... No, y'all got to make decisions as a union. Now, as a man, you being a provider and you having more on the line and being responsibility, ultimately your decision, your opinion holds more weight. Because the repercussions is going to fall on you. The consequences is going to fall on you. So, but that's just something to be talked about. But in general, it's not a flex to be proposed to. Work through it. Work through your issues. The guy, a lot of times, the guy that you see today ain't the guy you're going to see tomorrow. And if you see that guy tomorrow, and you got future tense, something happened. We constantly evolving. We constantly growing. We constantly moving backwards, but moving forward a lot too. You got to see the ambition, see the vision, see the potential. Y'all see it? Don't just think Becky see it. They see it too. But everybody want microwave food. Don't nobody want to wait. They rather put a chicken wing in the microwave and get it cooked. I'm just talking shit. Rather than cook it in the oven and roast it and it be good. You know what I'm saying? It be real fucking good. You rather have microwave food. And it's slowly kill you. But hey, it is what it is, or it is what it ain't. Hit the link in the description, join the Patreon, subscribe, thumbs up the video, peace.